So welcome to a day of high ambition, high aspiration and expectation. Just 1 point required and a brighter future is in the bag. The Urbano Caldera is located slap bang in the middle of a residential district here in Villa Belmiro. It is certainly a venue which has a lovely homely feel to it. There's the whistle. Flamengo need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. And this is Aguero! Pass somewhat off target. And it's Modric. Oh, that's ambitious! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's the keeper's ball. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proof positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Now it's Shevchenko. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Azar. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And this is Eto'o. Rodri. Flamengo still without a single shot on target. Serginho. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Japan have got it back. It's Aguero! Fantastic! That is classic Kun Aguero! He's got himself an absolute peach. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Japan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Marquinhos gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Puyol running with the ball. Now it's Costa. And it's Azar. Now then, the ball's come loose. Serginho played into the box. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Eto'o. Now it's Shevchenko. Looking for options for movement. And it's Serginho.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either. Aubameyang really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that has been cut short. Half an hour played now. And here's Diego Costa. Japan have a free kick. Against the crossbar. Puyol. That pass has been well intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Eto'o. And this is Eto'o. Decent chance! Modric. Azar. Eto'o. Now it's Eto'o. Played in by Eto'o. Azar, renowned for his long-range shooting. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And for a moment, time stood still. And we have our very first corner. Oh, good climb! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, that's a key interception. Azar. Diego Costa constantly looking for the ball into the box. Now Modric. Azar has created one goal already. Serginho. And he was quick to react. And it's made its way to him. And now the breakaway. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now, can they get him away? And that could set him on his way. Can he get onto this? It's a promising position. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Flamengo trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
It's played through for him. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, that has not gone well. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Rodri. Modric. Some resolute defending there. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Eto'o.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Aubameyang. Puyol. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And here's Shevchenko. Aubameyang! Aubameyang! Goal after glorious goal! A finish right from the top drawer. They have done it. They are level. You raise your game and we raise ours. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Flamengo restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, easy pickings there. Maldini makes the interception. Who saw this coming? What an enthralling contest. What a wonderful contest. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on goal. Great chance! Goal! Flamengo! And the turnaround is complete. Just extraordinary. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Hazard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Maldini is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Cannavaro. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Shevchenko. Modric. And it's Hazard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rodri. Just about up to 75 minutes. Serginho. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Aguero. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And here's Aguero. Oh, that was vital.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Shevchenko. Puyol gets across to intercept that. Maldini cuts out the pass. And it's Zambrotta. Oh, that is a nice touch. And he's picked it up out wide. It's a goal kick. Japan are making a change now. Spread out to the left. Messi. He is through here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Threads one in. Diego Costa, and he was alert to it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And the finish! And again! Crossbar comes to the rescue. That's good defending. Defending in numbers. Diego Costa in the hunt and looking threatening. Marquinhos. And it's Zambrotta. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Flamengo have done it. A promotion sealed with a win. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Flamengo really deserve full marks to have come through such a difficult game in the manner they did. There's always a feeling that the fear of losing is what ultimately decides games like this, but not on this occasion. They played the game and the occasion beautifully.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is...
Roll! Now, who's going to be first to this? Davids goes sliding in. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Romero does well to get it back. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Aimed beyond the defence. Knocks it out wide. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Cannavaro cuts it out. Now it's Neymar. Oh, no joy this time. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Aubameyang. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Flamengo are looking to break at pace.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, that was vital. Flamengo yet to have an attempt on goal. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And no surprise, that's a booking. Rijkaard. Great vision. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. There will be a throw-in. And he was alert to it. Conte. Romero spots it and intercepts. Aguero. It's Aguero! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Aguero is offering a wry smile there. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended. It's almost too easy for him, this.
Now it's Aguero. Now it's Aubameyang. He's in a great position here. He's beaten the last man. Oh, there's the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And here's Eto'o. Eto'o showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Roll! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. Aubameyang. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's gone backwards. Santos have the chance to go the other way. And this is Aguero. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That is lovely. Koundé. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Goes down, but nothing given. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. And this is Eto'o. Oh, good save. He's read that very well. Oh, what? And again! Against the crossbar. Real chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Flamengo! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Flamengo have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Akanji gets a foot in here. Flamengo leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Ball's gone out of play. Now it's Raul. Can he get on the end of this? Good challenge. Excellent challenge. And that was very necessary. That is ended up in no man's land. And he's cut it out.
That's just...
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Flamengo come in leading by just the odd goal.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Flamengo with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And we get things going again. Flamengo currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Eto'o. Aubameyang. And here's the chance to counter. Koundé tries to pass it through. Shot could be on. Great chance! And he should have made them pay.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
This their second corner of the game. And a header! It's a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Flamengo are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Koundé Knocks it into space.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Space for him to turn and look. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Has another go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Koundé, looking for options for movement.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. It's just beyond his reach. No, that's been intercepted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now this could be a chance. Aubameyang was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's been shifted off it. Pass somewhat off target. Serginho. And it's Neymar. Raul. And that's really well manoeuvred. Picked out brilliant. It's Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And yes, it's him again. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And he's well positioned here. Chance for a shot! And that is a truly outstanding save. Corner number 2 then. Flamengo are looking to go forward now. Well read, nice interception. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Buffon with the clearance. And this is Aguero. 75 minutes played. Oh, that's well spotted. He's on it, can he get away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Conte. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. Marquinhos is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And this is Raul. Mbappe. And the shot! That's another chance! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Santos certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And no, that was never going to make it. Messi.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So we have movement on both benches. Ibrahimovic. Nicely weighted ball. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, this looks sharp. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. There will be 4 extra minutes. Well, that has not gone well. That's a sharp pass. Van Bommel. And this is Ibrahimovic. That pass has been well intercepted. De Ligt calmly anticipates. Kosunu. And Koundé. And that's it. Flamengo can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
Now it's Mbappe. Drive.
And the shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
And he's been shifted off it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Mbappe.
Diaz! Diaz! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Well, that has not gone well. This looks promising.
That's good vision. And this is Shevchenko. He's found a way through. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind.
Neuer getting this one clear. Chance here to counter. And it's Hullet. And here's Yamal.
Hullet.
Flamengo yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Yamal. Davids. Yamal.
Referee has just said play on.
Now it's Aubameyang. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in. What?
It's Eto'o! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Flamengo!
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Can he get it through? He's on it. Can he get away?
Oh, good effort. Oh, good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Eto'o. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Diaz. He's picked his way through. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that was vital. Davids. Shevchenko. Hullet. Looking for the rock.
Shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And here's Mbappe, Yamal.
Shoots! And that's a sharp finish. And the comeback is complete. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Played in by Zambrotta. And he can thump it away. And it's Cannavaro. Oh, cracking ball. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this?
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's in, must be. Goes for a shot. It's a goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Tries to pass it through. Aubameyang. Always goal side. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's been cut out. Well played. Davids. Diaz. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And he plays one through. And claimed it back swiftly. Eto'o. Yamal. Could move up a gear here. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Diaz. And that signals the end of the first period. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So, into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Yamal. Conte. Eto'o. And here's Yamal. Mbappe. Now it's...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
And we have our very first corner.
Towering header!
Kante is there and he can get that clear. Searching pass he's played there. And it's Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Shevchenko. Pass somewhat off target. He won't be happy with that one. Eto'o. Davids. Eto'o has the space to scheme. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Shot could be on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No, that's been intercepted. That has been slung wide. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, strongly challenged there. Bellingham. Played down the flank. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Diaz. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Diaz. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Bellingham. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Davids. Aubameyang. Zambrotta. And here's Mbappe. Diaz. Now this could be a chance. And here's Mbappe. Aubameyang. And that is a little undercooked. He can run onto that. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Not the most accurate pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. Aubameyang purring through the gears. Now it's Mbappe. Davids spots it and intercepts. Diaz. Great vision. He's through here. Takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Well, plenty has been said and written about Steven Gerrard's many, many talents, but if you had to pick out one strength in particular, Jim, what would that be?
His never say die leadership, something that's shone through in so many crucial moments.
And it's about more than just the Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get... Oh, what has happened here? And that is headed for the middle. He's had a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Now it's Batistuta. He has found the way, and Batistuta! Oh, the ball, and there's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Rijkaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now, can they get him away? Threads one in. He's onside! Hoisted in. Oh, good effort! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Aubameyang really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe! Great idea, just poorly executed.
Well, the correct option was taken in the circumstances. The correct execution wasn't.
Fiore tries to pass it through. And he's intervened well there. First quarter of an hour gone. Well, that has not gone well. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. That pass has been well intercepted. Fiore, and here's Batistuta. Fiore has a look and plays it forward. Shevchenko. Pass somewhat off target. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Can he get it through? He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's Aubameyang.
Oh, really well played.
Shevchenko. Gerrard cuts it out. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. Now it's Batistuta. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He'll try from distance. Missed by a fraction. And they're quick to get it back. Nuno Mendes. Can he finish? He's having a hit! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Zambrotta. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And this is Shevchenko. Always goal side. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Conte. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Great ball if he can get there. Tries a shot! Goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Flamengo come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Flamengo can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Rijkaard. Great vision. Batistuta. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Shevchenko. Eto'o. Not the most accurate pass. Gerrard. Some resolute defending there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Aubameyang. Oh, super ball. And the counter is on.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, this looks sharp. And he cuts out the supply. Flamengo still this single goal behind. Oh, that's a key interception. Good ball, good take. Rijkaard. Aubameyang. Now that's well seen too. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he is charged for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Shevchenko. Saliba has given away a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Looking to play him in. Pass is just off target. Neuer clears. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Flamengo are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's picked Mbappe!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
That's a pretty loose pass. That's a shade optimistic. Conte. Now it's Eto'o. He's on it. Can he get away? They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Aubameyang. Oh, shooting chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Koundé. Well, that has not gone well.
Whatever happens,
He's gone for goal! Akram. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Flamengo very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Tries from distance. Played up towards the front line.
Madrid can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock.
Oh, that is asking for... It's Aguero! Oh, nearly, nearly. Looking for the run. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Madrid
Goes for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid have their second corner now. Here's a chance! Oh, a very decent attempt. So, third corner of the game. And he's cut it out. Eto in the hunt and looking threatening. We are into stoppage time. And this is it's Ibrahimovic. Shot a goal! And that's in! And right near the end, we have parity. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
And smartly reclaimed. And it's Koundé. And he's picked out the run. Marquinhos. Zambrota. That pass has been well intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that has not gone well. There could be trouble here. And they've got rid. Pressing high and with purpose. Knocks it into space. Batistuta. Oh, that was vital. Short changes him with that pass. Flamengo appearing to have the better of things in the... Oh, terrible pass. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, a gilt-edged chance. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Yamal. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Aimed beyond the defence, and that could set him on his way. And he's quick to get rid.
Flamengo have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Pass somewhat off target. Bonucci. Now it's Batistuta. That is a great pick out. And that is masterful defending. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
He is through here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Tries to pass it through. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Shevchenko.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Shot a goal! Approaching the half-hour mark. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Shevchenko. And he's worked it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Eto'o scooting forward. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Koundé cuts it out. Ribéry. Fiore. Oh, good spread. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, that's a key interception. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Now it's Shevchenko. Ribery. Now that looks a decent ball. He's found a way through. No, he's had it taken off him. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pinches it off him. Shevchenko. Marquinhos. And he was quick to react. Plays a sharp little ball here. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier pass.
And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And this is Shevchenko. That's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Flamengo are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Tries to play it through. Aubameyang is onto this. And Aubameyang! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So the first moment of real significance.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Serginho's cross. Oh, important interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that has put paid to that. Great vision. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, that's a fine interception. Ribery. Chance here to counter. That is good alertness. Threads one in. That is ended up in no man's land.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Serginho. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Serginho. Shevchenko. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Probably be looking to play it square from here. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Chance for a shot! Oh, crossbar!
Flamengo with the corner, they're first.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Messi!
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Serginho. Luis Suarez. And that has left him in a heap.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Not the most accurate pass. That's a little off target. Nicely weighted ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Flamengo are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. Now, can they get him away? Takes a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's on it. Can he get away? Messi.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Looking for the run. And that's been slipped through. Caught offside that time. That's a pretty loose pass. And it's Ibrahimovic. Danielson. Can he get it through? Again the flag's up. Batis, and a chance! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Flamengo have their third corner. Ribéry plays it short. Koundé. Can he finish?
so close to drawing level.
Koundé clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Looking to play him in. Spread neatly.
Ibrahimovic! And he's stuck it away.
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Van Bommel is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Lovely pass, but can he...
On the finish! Yes!
Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Flamengo find a position of real strength now. Koundé. And it's Ribéry. And we're done. Flamengo looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them.